Okay guys, welcome to this ice comparison, except today we're not doing an ice comparison, we're doing an EV comparison, so to speak. Um, so on my video about getting my car repaired down at Tesla Ridgepoint Service Center, um, there was a guy who came on and posted a comment and said, "Oh, you shouldn't have got a Tesla." Okay, whatever. So it's a Tesla hater, okay? That's fine. I mean, if you don't like Tesla, don't get a Tesla, okay? There's probably a reason for it. And it's not my place to tell you what you should or shouldn't do. As long as you're making a decision based upon your values, I'm okay with it, okay? The only thing I do ask is for those of you who choose to use diesel, please take your diesel someplace else, okay? I don't want to breathe in your diesel particulate matter. You know, preferably take your diesel into your garage, enjoy your diesel in your garage. But anyway, peace and harmony. That's not what this is about, right? His suggestion was you ought to look at a Hyundai Ionic 5N. Now keep in mind, I'm talking about a Tesla Model 3 dual motor or all-wheel drive. Apparently they use both designations interchangeably. Anyway, Tesla that is. All right, so an Ionic 5N, I don't know if it's fair to compare it to a Tesla Model 3 Performance, but that is the most likely comparison because an Ionic 5 is an SUV. I mean, you could say, well, it should be Model Y Performance, but Model Y Performance is not what a Model 3 Performance is, okay? That's why I'm going that direction. Now, I didn't check on any of the performance numbers. That's not what this is about, right? This is about a Model 3 all-wheel drive versus a Hyundai Ionic 5N. Okay. So you've heard me say before, if you've been paying attention, my average energy was something like 189 watt hours per mile. Okay, 200 watt hours per mile is 5 miles per kilowatt hour. Okay, just to give you an idea of what that efficiency level is, stepping up to 50 watt hours per mile is 4 miles per kilowatt hour. Yeah. 330 watt hours per mile is 3 miles per kilowatt hour. Now, is it important to get a higher miles per kilowatt hour? It's not critical, but in order for you to have more range, you have to be efficient. If you're not efficient, you don't get as much range. It's as simple as that. Okay, so looking at the EPA numbers, this Ionic 5N gets 430 watt hours per mile. 430. That works out to 2.3 kilowatts per hour. Pickups, the electric pickups, get around 2 miles per kilowatt hour, and they're bricks going into the wind. Okay, so this is starting to sound like one of those really souped up Camaros or Chargers, whatever you want, Mustang 5s, one of those. Anyway, so as a result, he gets, according to the EPA, 221 miles on a 100% charge up. Okay. Oh, dude. All right. Anyway, so the comparison trip, the trip down to YMCA, 57 miles, 11 kilowatt hours used for an average cost of energy of $1.21. We got 189 watt hours per mile, which works out to 5.3 miles per kilowatt hour. Yes, he's going to be limited because he can't make the efficiency. Okay, on our cost of energy range comparison, since they get 2.3 miles per kilowatt hour and we had 11 kilowatt hours, the range that they could cover 25.3. Yeah, this sounds like a gas car. Although this is electric energy, so it's going to be cheaper. Okay. But still, like, anyway, if you're into it, you're into it, and it's worth it. Okay. If you just want an ordinary family sedan, this is not the one. Actually, it's an SUV. Okay. The range comparison, because obviously it has the range, you can do it. Okay, 57 miles at 2.3 miles per kilowatt hour. What? That's kilowatts. Okay, whatever. They're using 25 kilowatt hours. 25 kilowatt hours at 11 cents per kilowatt hour is $2.75. Yes. All right, so full tank, so to speak, right? Full battery pack. 221 miles per full charge, according to the EPA. The battery is 84 kilowatt hours in the high voltage battery. So the cost to fill that up, that can't be right, can it? $9.24? Okay, $9.24. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, compared to a gas car, it's a lot cheaper, especially that number of miles. But it's just, why would you get an N unless you really, really into the performance part? Okay, the car cost, and it's harder to dial in the car cost, but here's what I have. It's about $66,000 for an Ionic 5N, which actually sounds cheap considering what it can do. And of course, it is much sportier than a Tesla Model 3 dual motor. Okay. The one time, actually, I've been to Kia twice. The first time I went to the Kia and Hyundai are brothers in arms, so to speak. I mean, there's some kind of corporate matchup between the two of them. But anyway, the first time I went into Kia, they had a rear-wheel drive, and I wanted all-wheel drive. Okay, this is back before I had my Model Y. The second time I went into Kia, I'm like, maybe that Kia EV6 is pretty interesting. So he actually, and I knew a little bit better what the different trim levels were. So I had a trim level in mind. I went into the dealership, told him what I wanted, and the guy said, "Oh, I can find this one over here." And then he told me what the price was, and it was some number of thousands of dollars over the price. So they were charging a heavy penalty to get it for me. I walked out. I said, if you told me up front that you had a surcharge on top of it, I wouldn't even talk to you. Right? So much for that one. That sums up how I feel about Kia Hyundai. Now maybe Hyundai's not quite the same way as Kia is, but it leaves a bad feeling with me. Anyway, onward upward charge. Okay, so this is a section I really blast you because Teslas are safe. There's no doubt about it. Crash test, I mean, they're changing crash tests because of what Tesla can do. And the other guys go, wait, you changed the test. You can't pass that. Yeah, too bad. All right, so the good news for the Hyundai group, they have a top safety pick plus in the small SUV category. I don't know what? Because the Model Y is small premium SUV EV. I don't know. Anyway, it sounds pretty good from the results. I mean, there are just few places where it's acceptable. Um, if you're concerned with safety, you should review it yourself. But there it goes. Um, I mean, it's online. You can Google it. You can find it. Was it Insurance Institute of Highway Safety, something like that? They publish the whole test, and they even show videos of the crashing. Okay. Anyway, onward, upward, charge. I mean, like I said, if this is the car for you, buy it. It's that easy.